I'd like to thank the Academy. I'm really happy to be the first winner of the Mark Academy of the Fuck Off Award. Thank you so much for everyone's support.
Nasty Labs. Nasty Labs.
Welcome to the Nasty Labs podcast, part of the HyperX Podcast Network. We're the podcast from Game Studio Chuhai Labs, where we talk about games, game devs, Japan, and whatever else comes up. So as always, we're your hosts, Kinsey and Mark. So open yourself with Chuhai and let's
go, Kinsey, Burke. Wow. Okay. All right. I think that's the third time you have nailed that absolutely perfectly.
Yes.
Kinsey, Burke. Shit. How are you? It's good to see you. How are you? Tell me what's going on in your life.
Right? So how the tables have turned.
Yes.
I'm sitting in the Chuhai Labs studio.
Yeah.
And in Kyoto, Japan.
Right.
You are in the US of A.
That's right. I'm in North Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm in my parents' basement or guest house, I guess you should say. I'm having the time of my life. I'm ready to come home to Japan, but I'm really enjoying myself.
So, what are some things that you can only get in the U.S. that you have fully indulged in so far?
Oh shit! Okay, so I've been in the U.S. for 3 days. I'm not going to be here for that long. But let's see. I had a hot dog. I had an American ass hot dog. I had Nathan's actually. I don't know if you know anything about that. That's the hot dog eating contest hot dog. I had that at it.
Is that like the Nathan's Famous?
Yeah, Nathan's Famous. Yeah, the ones from the Coney Island dog. It was super good. It was super good though. Like I was eating it. I'm like, this is just a hot dog, but I'm really enjoying myself. And another thing that you can only get is tomorrow I'm going skeet shooting. Does that count as something I can only get?
It definitely does.
Yeah.
I don't think Japan has a ton of skeet shooting.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm doing that.
Although,
shit.
fun fact,
Yeah.
Nintendo used to have those like fake skeet shooting arcades back in the 60s, 70s?
That's true. And I as a matter of fact, I did do a skeet shooting arcade for real a week ago, 2 weeks ago before I left to the States.
That's awesome.
On accident because I'd just never seen one before.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily give you a real shotgun here, so that's going to be the difference.
Yeah. No, they don't give a real shotgun. My cousin works for Remington, and I was like, hey, yeah, it's going to be raining, and should I be worried about slipping? And he's like, oh hell no, man. We'll drink some beers, we'll hang out. Hey, do you want to smoke some weed or something before we go? That'll be cool. I'm like, and he's like, oh shit. You're not good at guns. Maybe you don't do that. Well, anyway, and he starts talking about some other crap. God, he's such a dipshit. I love him to bits.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America. Oh, yeah. And he definitely, within seconds, I was like, hey, man, how's your 9mm? Just guessing. I was putting random numbers in front of, and he was like, oh, dude, I don't carry that no more. I carry my 44. And he pulls out a gun. I'm like, cool, dude. I have some weird respect / love / absolute fear of these kinds of things, but it was pretty cool. Another thing you can only get is today I went to a mall. And it was pretty great. And I haven't been to a mall in years. And I went to the fancy mall here in Little Rock, Arkansas. And it's no longer fancy, I can assure you. And it's absolutely on the brink of collapse. And I was wandering.
The American Dead Mall.
Oh yeah, it was so great. I was wandering around. You're not gonna be able to see this, Kinsey, but I'm gonna show the viewers here. I was wandering around, and they had a photo booth, and during the winter, it might be Santa Claus, but during April, it was the Easter Bunny, and let me tell you, it was the scariest Easter Bunny that could have possibly been there. And of course, I had to.
I love this so much.
I had to get my photo taken. It was $40, by the way, to get my photo taken with this stupid thing, and I did not give a shit. And I was with my cousin, and she's like, "Mark, please don't make me do this." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, have to make you do this. We are doing this. And like I walked up to the booth and there's like 8 people working there and no one was in line and there's like 8 people working and I was like, hello, sirs and madams. Today I would like to get my photo taken. And my cousin was like, stop it, Mark. Stop. I'm like, nope.
I don't want to.
And I was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, my cousin, she's very shy. I was just really dogging on her, just making her look really dumb. And it was great. It was, and also the people that were working, they didn't like that late 30-somethings were taking their photo with the Easter Bunny. But I want to say,
what was it? A fantastically janky Easter Bunny.
Yeah, he had like weird stains, and yeah, it was really bad. And also, I think he was wearing I think his shoes were like you could only see shoes of anything, and I want to say he was like wearing like old Nikes. And and the cool thing about this Easter Bunny, and I'm gonna give up big ups to Park Plaza Mall Easter Bunny. He didn't break character. I was like, hey man, are you doing all right? And he made sure to nod really big. And I was like, is it hot in there? And he was like, nod. He could have easily said, yeah, this sucks, but he didn't break. And that was really great. Kinsey, I don't know if you can tell, I'm having a great time in the U.S. I haven't.
That's awesome though. You haven't been in forever.
I haven't been in forever, and also I haven't lived in the States in like 13 years, so it's always weird to go back and it's a little foreign, and also it makes me feel good in this really odd way. Yeah, it's been great, and tomorrow we're going to. Oh, did I say? I don't know when I'm going ski shooting, but tomorrow I'm going to the horse races. I've never done that before. That'll be weird.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, and then going to the rodeo on Sunday, and then man, I'm packing in.
I'm so jealous of your rodeo. That sounds like so much fun.
Oh, I'm packing in. I'm packing in so much America. It's like it's kind of embarrassing. I'm doing some other stuff. I don't remember what I'm doing. I know I'm doing one other really cool thing. Something. Oh, I'm going 4-wheeling. Yeah, dude. I'm of hillbilly stock, so this is what we do. We do we do like weird outdoorsy, wildly dangerous things. So yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I have been taking up all the damn time because I think we need to talk about how you're now fully a Japanese person, and you're getting your. How's living in Japan?
Fully.
How's living in Japan right now? Tell us. Give us the lowdown.
It's been awesome. And since it's all new and shiny for me right now, I've been super playing tourist when I'm not working. And partially also because since the border's still closed to tourists and we happen to live in Kyoto, which is a very popular tourist place, I'm I think I want to see all the things before the border opens.
Okay.
So I've been very quickly checking that list off. Over the weekend, we went to Arashiyama. So we walked through the bamboo forest and got some excellent food over there. We wanted to see the monkeys, but we're not morning people, and the monkeys close sort of early. Next time. Next time, monkeys.
Hell yeah.
We went over to Gion, walked through there, and it was absolutely beautiful. When we went to Gion, it was peak cherry blossom, and everything was beautiful.
Aww.
We're walking the streets over there, that one street where you can see the temple that's on every tour guide cover.
Right.
Everyone. We went there. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh, what else did we do? We went to the...
Would you say that was romantic, that Gion thing? Because that kind of sounds pretty romantic.
It was a little romantic, yeah. Okay. But it was really crowded.
Got it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really crowded. Only in that one area, though. If you got one street away from, the pretty view, then it was almost dead.
Oh, okay.
And actually, same thing in Arashiyama. That main street that has all the shops and restaurants was packed. The main thoroughfare of the bamboo forest was crazy packed. Right. But any little side thing was fine. And, I was so excited. In Arashiyama, like, I was like, okay, last time I was here, we came through the bamboo forest. We went down this weird little side path and down these stairs that we weren't really sure we were supposed to be on. And then, like, it was like 1,000,000 degrees that day. And it was like we came down to the river and there was like a beer shack, like this little shack that sold beer. And I was like, it was like, "What?" You know, after I'm like sweating my ass off, like walking around and like, and I tried to retrace my steps because I was like, that was not a mirage, right? That was a real thing.
Right.
Because like, we met a friend there who also happened to be in Kyoto at the time. She lives in Tokyo. And I told her about this. She's like, I don't know if there's a beer shack over there. And I was like, there's a beer shack. I know it. And we went and found it. And it was great.
Oh, okay. I thought this was some like mystery fucking beer shack.
And it was a real thing. I was so excited that it wasn't just like a fever dream that I found this beer shack next to the river.
Oh, that rules. So, 2 questions. Question 1, what has been the highlight so far?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You've seen some good stuff.
Highlight so far, yeah. Actually, probably just in general, the food has really been my biggest highlight. Like every time we have a new like food genre, like we went out for yakitori and I'm like, this is the best yakitori I've ever had.
Damn.
We went and got ramen. This is the best ramen I've ever had. Like it was like every kind of thing we had was a moment like that. And it was pretty great. We have been to this one restaurant a few times that's right next to our hotel that is like run by this like older couple.
Right.
And we've gone a few times and they're like the nicest, most welcoming people. And their food is fucking dope.
Well, what kind of food is it? You left us hanging there.
It's a curry udon place or curry ramen place, sorry.
Oh, okay.
But they have like a bunch of stuff on the menu. Like Tony tried the curry. I tried the regular, like the tonkatsu ramen. And like last time I went, I had tonkatsu and like I just had the miso ramen. And like I've tried a little bit of like everything on there. And they're like the nicest people ever.
What floor is this restaurant on?
It's on the 2nd floor.
Aha. That's the first restaurant I know which one it is. That's the first one I ever went to.
It's really?
Yeah, I believe so. It's like kind of janky, right?
It's kind of janky, yeah.
Okay. And like when I went there, like I saw all these people smoking cigarettes, and I smoked cigarettes at the time. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in heaven. I can eat food and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I love that place. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I think on my like expat in Japan bingo card, I got a check already. Yeah. I got my Nihongo Jozu.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got my first one.
Hell yeah. All right.
For those that don't know, that's just when someone compliments your Japanese, like, "Oh, your Japanese is so good." When like you barely fucking said konnichiwa.
Yeah, it's like shit, and they're like, "Wow, it's really good," but they're being polite. And stuff.
Yeah, it was great, and it was actually at that restaurant. So
okay,
and yeah, every time we go there, it's a little bit later, so it's a little bit dead, and like everyone's just sitting around this TV watching game shows.
Nice.
Until you need something. But like I just love it so much.
Okay, so what is next on the list? What's the next big one? I mean, skip Kyoto if it has to be. Like where you want to go.
Yeah, next thing is definitely going to be, as far as Kyoto tourism goes, it's going to be the Philosopher's Path and seeing the shrines along there. But outside of that, I freaking love Osaka. I love it. Like, Dotonbori, I know it's super touristy, but you know what? I love it.
Fuck it.
It's great.
It rules, man.
And so I got to go there before the border opens. And I also want to do some Den Town shopping. I've been trying to avoid too much shopping. I bought a few games already, but until I get a house or an apartment, like a place to live, I don't want to buy too much because then I'm just going to have to move it again.
Right.
So I've been doing a little bit of shopping though because I can't help myself, but I need to do that Den Town splurge and get my collection jump started.
Yeah, there's one thing at the Den Town Super Potato that I do want, and they have a Dreamcast Hoppy, and do you know what a Hoppy is?
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, for those that don't know, a Hoppy is it's like a robe, a traditional robe, and it just says Dreamcast on the back. I really want it, and I offered them $100, and they said no. It's like not for sale.
Oh,
And I feel like
that's so cool.
I feel
though.
like I can be like, hey, $200. I feel like they like I feel like they can talk to me at $200. I'm hoping anyway.
Right.
What
Oh,
when
that's so
you
awesome.
say collection? What are we talking about? Like, what's the you have to kickstart this collection with the bang because you're doing it all over. You can't just be like, I'm gonna get 4 Famicom games. I mean, I think you need to be like, let me get the NES 10, except the Famicom version or something crazy, like something just bonkers. Like what would it? What would it be?
I did already buy. So I collect Sailor Moon games,
Right.
and I did just find the Playdia game. I don't even have a Playdia. I've never had a Playdia. Like,
Wait. The I think you've told me what the Playdia is. Is that the Sega Pico, but not? It's like another company.
oh, that's the Yamaha Copira.
Okay, now you're.
But a Playdia, it's not far off though. It's still like a lot of the stuff on there is sort of educational.
Okay, listeners, I want you to tell Kinsey that none of us know what a fucking Playdia is. So, what the hell is a Playdia? I'm not looking this up.
And the game I got is also a Sailor Moon like quiz show.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And I really want to like find someone else who sort of knows something about Sailor Moon because like I haven't watched the show in a very long time. I'm pretty sure my Sailor Moon trivia is like not great,
Right.
and it's all in Japanese.
Right.
But have a few beers, play some Sailor Moon trivia. Hell yeah, that's a hell of a girls'
Yeah,
night,
dude.
right?
Like all in kanji. Like that's gonna be that's gonna be tight, lit even.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a
So
blast.
does that mean you're gonna buy a Playdia?
I mean, I guess now I have to, right?
I don't know. It seems.
I kind of trapped myself in a corner. How am I supposed to play Sailor Moon quiz show without a Playdia?
Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna just tell you, I don't fucking know. I think you don't fucking buy it. That's what I don't know. I don't know. What's the dumbest thing? Like, what's the biggest thing you've ever owned? Or well, this is a very stupid question. What? I don't know what I was gonna say.
Like a big stupid thing?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that would be the Yamaha Copira because it's fucking huge and it's like really odd shaped. So like I bought it when I was in Japan a few years ago and like I got it because it was 300 yen. It was like saran wrapped with a bunch of games.
Damn.
And I think it's just because nobody cared or knew what it was. It didn't have any cords, but all the cords are generic. So it was super easy to hook up. And it was funny. I was like hemming and hawing over it because it was huge. And actually, I was there with Chris Kohler, friend of the show. And he was like, Kinsey, it's 300 yen. Like, just buy it. If it doesn't fit in your suitcase, throw it in the fucking garbage.
Damn.
You know, he was like, just go for it. Just go for it.
I mean,
and it's big and it's stupid and I love it. It's actually, the moving company has it right now because it is coming back to Japan.
it has traveled the
Which is
entire
even
fucking
stupider.
world. This piece of crap plastic that you paid 300 yen for $3 for.
Yeah.
You've now turned it into a giant investment. Like you can't not.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And on that note, we have a great show lined up for you today. As always, we're going to start with What Up, which is what we're playing. Go on to our main topic, which is going to be super fun and super Chuhai focused today. And then news, and then we'll answer your questions on Discord.
Hell yeah.
New this April from HyperX. It's the HyperX Clutch controller. Get better control of your mobile gaming with its comfortable grip, directional pad, analog sticks, and shoulder buttons.
This versatile control can fit a variety of phone widths and can also connect wirelessly for use on tablets and PCs. Learn Learn more
and pick one up at HyperX and HP.com. Amazon. Micro Center. Target. Best Buy. And many other fine retailers.
Wow, Kinsey, that was fucking tight.
All right, now it's time for What Up, where we talk about what we are playing.
And as always,
I think we're actually playing the same thing.
Right.
And it's like what week 3 of Kirby Show 3, because it was like you were playing the demo, and then I was playing the demo, and now we're both playing the full retail game.
Right.
So it's like Kirby Central over here.
Yeah, man. I thought you were gonna throw me under the bus. To be honest, I thought you were gonna like pretend to the listeners that I'm not playing Kirby and I'm not playing a game or some shit like that. I honestly thought you were gonna be like, and as always, Mark, what are you playing? Like, I thought you were gonna like totally dog me like that. Thank you for not doing that.
I can't do it every time.
Yeah, right. Okay. How you feeling about Kirby? How you feeling?
I really like it so far. I'm playing co-op with my partner,
Right.
and we got through the first 2 worlds,
Right.
first 2 biome things, and so we got through that. And the co-op's really fun. I'm actually not sure how fun it is for the second player,
Right.
but I'm playing as Kirby. Because when you play co-op, the other person plays as Bandana Waddle Dee.
Yeah.
And so all they really have is a few attacks with their spear. And so they can't copy any abilities because they're not Kirby. And since it's kind of tethered, because it's not split screen or anything. So if I walk too far away, he gets warped to me.
Ugh, I hate that.
Which I'm sure is annoying as fuck when he's trying to look around, and then I'm doing my own thing, and then I warp him to me every time. And then in boss battles, I was thinking about it. I control the camera,
Right.
so I'm sure that's real fun for him. But no, it's been great, and I let him play through the tutorial part since that was basically already in the demo.
Right.
So he played through that, and we've been having a lot of fun. We made it through the beach island area.
Yeah.
So we beat that, and then I'm really excited about the next biome actually, because I saw the clouds part thing where it shows you what the next one's gonna be, and I am really excited.
Okay, I guess we're at the same exact place. I just beat the beach, and I don't know if it's fun. I don't know.
Are you playing on wild mode?
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely playing it.
Yeah, me
I
too.
wish there was a hard mode. I wish there was a.
I think wild mode is supposed to be hard mode, but I am bad at video games, and I have not died.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like wild mode is easy mode, and then the other mode is extremely easy mode. Which I haven't played that mode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I haven't either.
oh man, is it easy? Oh man, it's nothing. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It is a magical, beautiful, amazing sounding, amazing music game. It is. I always know what the power is going to do. I always kind of know. And I don't mean it's predictable, but it's I can mentally predict what. The game can predict what I want to do really well. And I think if the game was harder or more challenging, this would be a fantastic fucking game. Because I think it's great. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's so unchallenging so far. Maybe it'll get harder.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
maybe.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that far into it. I don't know.
And yeah, we're playing Kirby. It's pretty great. Kinda.
Yeah, we totally glitched out there, but I'm sure it was really an entertaining conversation.
Explode When Defeated presents something really neat and full of meat.
Those children aren't going to protect themselves in a brand new podcast series about everyone's favorite giant reptile.
Godzilla?
No, we already did that one.
Rodan?
Nope, we did that one too.
Gorgo?
Gamera. We're talking about Gamera.
From turtles to medieval samurai golems on our new series, Demolition Daie.
Only on the HyperX Podcast Network.
now for our weekly topic. And it's pretty exciting because, as you notice, since Mark is not here, he is currently on the Curse to Golf World Tour, going to different conventions, showing off the game. Mark, so your first stop was London for WASD. Tell us all about it. How'd it go?
Okay, yeah, man. We are the Curse to Golf World Tour. It's we're going to London, we're going to Boston. I'm stopping by my hometown of North Little Rock, Arkansas. In the meantime, but first stop, WASD. WASD is a 3-day event. It's not too dissimilar from PAX, and except it's at the historic tobacco docks in London. And I got to tell you, it's cool. It really is fucking fantastic. It's this old, 300-year-old dock that's been like converted into one of the most beautiful buildings you've ever seen, and it kind of looks like a fancy mall, I should say. If the mall was in like beautiful old wood, and like I mean it's just spectacular. But
that's cool.
You get to this event, and each of the booths it's rather than like a booth, it's like a publisher would have like a private room, and they would have however many games they wanted to put in that room. And there was us, like we were in the Thunderful booth, along with Lego and a couple of other titles. Then there was Devolver, there was Sega, there was quite a few games. Then they had a whole separate like indie booth that was 4 times bigger than anything, and it had dozens of games. It had some of our friends from Super Rare Games were there. A couple of my other buddies were there. Then they had a bar like just at the event. I'm pretty happy they had that. It was like a straight up pub. It was just in the event.
Oh, cool.
Just in there. Then they had like the traditional PAX style chill out zone with the bean bags, and this event wasn't anything different than you and I have been to. It was just really well done, and it was a great chance to see people again, because for us in Japan, man, we've been locked down. We haven't been able to see anybody, and going over to London, where things are a little bit more relaxed, you could say, and it was great. It was like we were back to normal. It was so oh man, and there's so much to report here, Kinsey. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve over here, because like something really big and special happened. And it was like that was me and Liam getting to meet our publishing producer, a marketing guy from Thunderful for Curse to Golf, and that was special because we've been totally ragging on this guy for like 6 months and just making fun of him and just being a bro. And finally, when we meet each other, we hug really big and we're like, "Dude, you are a dipshit. We love you." And when you meet that person in real life and you're like, "Wow, you're just as dumb, and funny, and you don't take shit, and you're gonna spend 800 pounds on fucking burgers at a restaurant for us." I don't know, man. It was like super tight. It was it was really great. And my overall report of WASD is everyone should go to WASD. We are going next year, Kinsey. You and I are absolutely going, and we're gonna wreck that place.
I can't wait. I've never been to London.
Yeah, and London's great. I mean, duh. Like, I didn't get much of a chance to see it, but next time I go, I'm definitely gonna put a few days of PTO just so I can see the city, because I didn't see anything.
Right. You saw the convention center.
I did, and I saw the
the
convention center, and I saw a COVID testing center, and that's the two things. And oddly enough, I went to go get tested so I could fly, and I walked in, and the guy was like, "Hey, bro, what's your job or whatever?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I work at video games." And he was like, "Cool. I play the game Total War." And I'm like, "Okay." And then
cool.
Or
cool.
It wasn't Total War. It was some hardcore strategy game. And he's like, And then he starts going in about like he's like, the Soviets, they're really their technology tree is quite strong in this game. It gives you a lot more opportunities if should you choose to invade. I'm like, bro, you really being weird right now.
Wait.
yeah.
This was at the COVID test?
Yeah. This is at the COVID test. This guy's talking to me for 30 minutes about like hardcore strategy games and anime, like two things. And like he's like, I gotta tell you, man, I'm really into anime. Like, okay. like like fine. I don't really know why this is so important that you tell me.
That is kind of awesome and hilarious.
It was.
Did he work there, or was he also getting tested?
No, he worked there. It was just the COVID test center was in an apartment building. It was fucking weird. I get there.
Oh,
I get
weird.
Everything about this whole thing was just bizarre. Like, because I told him I lived in Japan, and he was like, "Bro, I got to tell you, I like anime." Like, okay, man. He kept calling me bro, but like in this really weird, very American way that was like, but it was wrong. He was like, "Bro, I got to tell you." Like, okay, man.
I love it.
Yeah. So that was like a nice highlight.
It sounds like it.
I found that I got myself into a lot of weird scenarios when I was there, and I am going back to London as soon as humanly possible. It was a great time.
That's awesome.
So, with that said, like right now I'm in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Arkansas, getting ready for next week is PAX, and we're gonna be. I haven't been to PAX since PAX West, 2019. And I've never been.
Oh wow!
I've never been to PAX East. I know that you are a veteran of this shit. So
PAX East is one of my favorite, or maybe it is my favorite PAX. Like, obviously, like with PAX West when I lived in Seattle,
Right.
there's something magical about going to a convention but going back to your own apartment,
Right.
and not a hotel.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And that's great. But the thing I really like about PAX East is, well, number one, I think Boston is absolutely gorgeous. I love that city, and I love walking around it. Like, I tried, like, every year, one morning I wake up early and I walk from my hotel to the convention center, which from where I usually stay, it's probably like a 40-minute walk.
Right.
But like Boston Commons is right in the middle of that walk, and it's so pretty. But also, I really like the Boston Convention Center. I think the layout is really good and really smart, because PAX West, it has a lot of it's on like 3 or 4 floors. There's like a million rooms that, like, if you don't know that they're there, then you miss out on that whole part of PAX. And like there's sometimes a show floor over in the Sheraton as well. They used to have board games over there, and like everything is so like disconnected.
Sure.
But the show floor at PAX East is like gigantic. So almost everything is like in this one like show floor.
Okay.
And it's great. It's great. I love it. I hope you have an absolute blast while you're there. I'm really excited and jealous.
Oh, dude. Okay. So, so Thunderful bought our publisher bought my flights, and they organized everything. And I told them, hey, I'm like, I'd like to spend a little bit of time at my parents' house. And they were like, cool, whatever you want to do, we don't care, but we're going to fly you to Boston. You figure it out. Makes perfect sense.
Right.
And
yeah.
So I get to Boston from London, and so I there's no easy way to fly to Arkansas at that time, because basically flights stop. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a hotel, and you know what? I'm gonna go to a dispensary, and well, I get there, and like it was too late. Like they're all closed.
Oh.
Yeah. It's, but
so close.
But I was talking with the person that works at the hotel, and she's like, bro. Oh, well, she didn't say bro, actually. I was just used to saying it at this point. She was like, oh, get what the hell the name is it? Get this app called where is it? Oh,
is it like weed delivery?
yeah, it was Weed Maps. Get this.
Oh, yeah.
Weed maps. And she's like, yeah, you can find out how they deliver and what's the nearest shop and get their rating and all this other shit. I'm like, what the fuck year am I living in? This is the fucking future. Like, what?
Yeah, welcome to America.
Like America, for all its flaws, sometimes it like really slam dunks, because that's like I didn't get any weed or whatever, but like what a wild idea, and it makes perfect sense, but also it's just wild to me that only 10 years ago, and still in some states you can get like into a shitload of trouble and it's like a felony, but like now you can order weed on a computer and some guy on a bicycle arrives in 10 fucking minutes. Like,
yep.
What the
Yep, they had that in Seattle.
What the fuck? What a wild. This is so wild to me. I'm like nothing like that in Japan.
No, probably not for the next million years.
Yeah. I still say that I know Japan's going to be a holdout, but I still say that once the U.S. goes full legal, which might happen in the next few weeks, it looks like. But yeah, because like Congress is being weird or whatever. But I think that the rest of the world is going to be like
follow suit.
Yeah, they have to, man, because this is too much money that they would lose, like tax money and all these other sorts of things.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
But yeah, well, this is not a weed show. This is Nasty Labs. We talk about fucking drinking and like whatever. So I bought a shirt that said "Wicked Pisser." I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but it's something Boston. Yeah,
I love it.
I'm going back next week, and thanks to Kinsey Burke, I'll be going to a lot of good restaurants based on your suggestions. So thank you in advance, Kinsey.
Mm-hmm. There's the food there is so good in Boston. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Oh, I can't wait.
The Hardcore Gaming 101 podcast is on a mission to rank the top games of all time. I like the idea that when Bruce Wayne gets angry, he switches to the Batman voice.
Why do you have such a problem making Boomerang shaped like a bat? You mean like Batman? Not like Batman, just make it for me! Bruce Wayne, uncanny even with this guy.
It's a Herculean task, and I'd be lying if I said it hasn't taken a toll on our cognitive faculties.
Most people would be happy to have a job during a global pandemic. Dennis!
Hardcore Gaming 101, twice a week, every week, right here on the HyperX Podcast Network.
And now it's time for the news. And first up,
hold on,
ooh,
Kinsey.
Oh.
I got to tell you,
yes,
this first news, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, you're here for it.
What's happening right now, Kinsey?
So, after a crazy long wait, Square Enix finally announced Kingdom Hearts 4 during the series' 20th anniversary event. In the trailer, we saw Sora in a modern city of I knew I was going to screw this up. The modern city of Quadratum. Quadratum. Oh my god. Okay. Quadratum.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's right.
Yeah.
With a possible heartless problem. We saw a small peek at the gameplay and a little tease with Donald and Goofy at the end of it. No dates or platforms announced yet, and according to Square Enix, the game is still in the very early stages, so it might be quite a while.
Hell yeah.
So get ready to wait if you're excited for Kingdom Hearts 4. Mark Lentz.
I, for one, I'm excited. Listen, Kingdom Hearts 4, the last three, whoa. You had to buckle in to get that story. Fuck, man. Yeah, go for it, Kinsey. Because honestly, to viewers and listeners, you might be able to tell that I'm a big fan. Tell us about your passion for this game, Kinsey.
So I did fall off the Kingdom Hearts train after the first one and partway through the second one, because I feel like after that, the story does get a little batshit, and then you start getting like the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 4DX remake.
Right.
There's like a million Kingdom Hearts games.
Right.
Even though we're only on 4, because they just went off in all these different tangents. And when it was just like a sort of Final Fantasy game that had Disney characters, and all the worlds were like Disney themed, and you would meet Final Fantasy characters along the way, like sweet cameos.
Right.
Like, I really liked that. Like the first one, I really, really liked. But it kind of it departed from that a little bit. Who knows? Maybe I'll jump back into it because the graphics look great.
Sure.
It looks a lot more like realistic this time around. So who knows? Maybe. I mean, I know you just are on the edge of your seat.
Oh,
for
dude,
it, so.
I can't wait. No, okay. So I think all this shit's really fucking stupid. Just to throw that out there.
I knew it.
Okay, but the first one was cool. Like I didn't I wasn't deep into it. I didn't really care that much, but like I like the concept. Who doesn't? Like I like the idea that you're going to these different Disney worlds. Like that shit is really cool. I also like Donald like a motherfucker. I think he's badass.
Do you like Donald?
But like as a whole, I think it's really stupid, and I think like all the I think the bajillions of sub sequels that don't make any fucking sense. Like, come on, guys, throw us a bone here. However, I like as morbid as I am about this, I am happy for people that like this stuff because that's cool. Like,
Oh, totally.
If this shit makes you happy, hell yeah. Like, fuck it. Like, you get to whack a key on some dude's head. Like, whatever. That's fun.
Hell yeah.
I think that's the game. I don't know. Yeah.
So next up, we have the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, or the BAFTAs, have been including games since 1998 and begun their own game-specific awards in 2004. 2004. I don't know why I thought I screwed that up, because I definitely didn't. But the 2022 awards just happened, and there were some amazing winners. So best game, of course, was Returnal, and they also won best audio achievement and music. And I haven't played Returnal yet, but I recently read an article about it, that why having a protagonist who is not only a woman, but like an older woman is important.
Yeah.
And like, I never really thought about that. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. Because I kind of felt that way. Like when I played Yakuza Like a Dragon, I'm like, oh, Ichiban, he's like 42. That's sweet. It's very relatable.
Right.
So I think I do kind of want to check that out. But I don't have a PS5. And I'm pretty sure Returnal is PS5 exclusive. And so one day, when I ever can find a PS5, that'll be the day.
That will be the day.
Yeah, because you don't have a PS5 either, right?
I don't know. I don't.
No.
I that'll be a long time before I get a PS5. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, same. And then we've talked about it on the show before. Unpacking won Best Narrative, and it won over some like really, really big titles. Life is Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy were all in that category as well. So having something like Unpacking winning Best Narrative is really, really cool. And like we talked about it on the show already, but when I was playing it, I was really surprised how much of a narrative could be told just literally through boxes of people's things.
So I haven't played the game. But I got the chance to meet them the day after they won.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, because they came to WASD and I gotta say they're some of the most delightful people you'll ever meet. They were so humble and so just so down to earth, and you could tell that they made a game like Unpacking. I mean, like you could tell that they were like both humble and also like had a lot of dense storytelling within themselves. Like some fiery yet humble people, and I've got to say, big ups to them. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna play the game now just because having met them, because like they're some truth tellers. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'm so happy that such like a unique little game won something like Best Narrative against some crazy big titles.
Bizarre.
They also won the EE Game of the Year, which at first I was like, what does EE stand for? Right. I don't know what that means. But it's like a mobile / internet / some sort of company, and it's their Game of the Year award.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Because I did not know what that was at first.
Right. Yeah.
And then a game we've also talked about in the show, It Takes Two won Best Multiplayer and Best Original Property.
You love that game.
And I absolutely adored that game, so I totally understand why it won Best Multiplayer. And I love that a co-op offline experience won Best Multiplayer, because I'm sure things, like Call of Duty and stuff like that is also in this category.
Sure.
So we need more like offline co-op experiences like this that are perfectly catered for co-op. Like you can't even play it single player, I don't think.
Oh, cool.
So I really love that won.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. I don't think I've played a lot of the other things on our list, but of course, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart won Best Animation and Technical Achievement,
Right.
which I totally get because like the jumping through the rifts just looks amazing. And like I haven't played a Ratchet and Clank game in a really long time, but that one I was like, man, when I get a PS5, I think I should play Ratchet and Clank.
Buy a
looks
PS5. And to power through these, Kimberly Brooks won the best performer in supporting role for Psychonauts 2. I actually saw Greg Rice, formerly of the people that made Psychonauts 2. He was there too. Artful Escape won Artistic Achievement. Before Your Eyes won Game Beyond Entertainment. Chicory, you're a big fan of that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
I love that game.
Yeah, that one won Best Family title. Forza Horizon 5, Best British Game. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like that's like a giant mega corporation. Also, that's kind of hard to say that like that's just a British game. That's got to be made by like studios all over the damn world.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Inscription won Best Game Design. No Man's Sky won Best Evolving Game. That's an interesting award, really.
I keep forgetting like it's still going.
Yeah.
But I think that's really a cool award, because I'm not sure a game has evolved quite as much as No Man's Sky has, especially given where it started with, the exception of maybe like Final Fantasy 14.
Kinsey, that was very well put. That was very insightful. Yeah, yeah. Like that's what I was thinking, but I couldn't get the words out. My words were all pudding, but like you said it so eloquently. Hell yeah. And I don't know Tome, but apparently it won the best game, debut game.
Mm-hmm. I played Toem.
Okay.
I talked about it on the podcast.
Right.
Thanks for remembering.
Oh yeah.
No,
I said I don't know it. I didn't say I didn't say I haven't heard of it from Kinsey, because that's what I was going to back myself up with. Fuck off for a second, all right? Jesus.
But it's an adorable game,
Yeah.
and I'm really glad it won something.
Oh, all right.
And next up, we have Call Me Up, where we answer your Discord questions. If you ever have a question you want us to answer on the podcast, head on right over to the Chew High Labs Discord and ask it in the Call Me Up thread channel thing. Channel, dang it. It's a channel.
Yep.
One day.
All right, Kinsey. We have one question, and I feel like it's a pretty good one. I feel like it actually opens up a lot of opportunity. I'm gonna read.
It does.
I'm gonna read it, and then you'll see why I'm going to read it. So, if you could prank anyone in the world, who would it be, and what kind, and why, and what kind of prank? And before we get to this, because this is some deep shit right here. Have you ever pranked anyone?
I have a few times.
Okay.
I mean, I think everyone did like as a kid, but I haven't done a lot of pranks in my older years.
Okay. No, I mean, no, I'm talking like, have you ever gone like a little overboard?
Oh, I did go overboard once, and I felt really bad about
Okay. Okay. Hit me. Let's see what you got.
it. When I was probably, I don't know, 14, 12, somewhere around there, I was at home babysitting my little brother, and he's like 6 or 7 years younger than me, and I like faked like this huge crash noise.
Okay.
And then I like laid a chair down and I got underneath it and I pretended I was dead.
Okay.
And like, it's probably so mean. But my brother came out and then he did the like, yo, stop playing kind of thing. And then he was like, Kinsey, are you okay? And he like almost started crying. And then I was like, I will never prank anybody ever again. Like,
Okay. All right. Good. You
because I felt so bad.
You really love your brother. I think that's what that really came down to. You didn't like seeing him suffer. No, pranking Kinsey, Burke, is about seeing people suffer. It's about the joy. Yes, it's so good. Okay, so before we get to who we would do it, my last big prank was it's kind of not really a prank. It's a series of being mean, but this guy named Aaron Grigsby said to me one day, he was like, you know what? No one can really prank me. And then of course I was like, well, now it's.
You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
well,
interesting.
So the first thing we did was we went to his house. We lived in a hippie town, so everybody's door was unlocked, and I proceeded to pour sand and salt all in his bed. That's not really a prank. That's just being mean.
That's just being mean.
Yeah. The next thing we did was we stole his car, and obviously we hid it in a graveyard and just left the keys somewhere. That's there again. That's not a prank. This is being mean. So then we found his in the car. We found his VHS recorder, and okay, this is gonna get weird. It was a videotape of him playing with his cat, and in the middle of the tape, yeah, we fast forwarded to right in the middle, and me and my friend, she and I put our butts next to each other, and we pooped, and we filmed just the poop coming out of our butts. So two butts next to each other, poop coming out, and then like exactly 3 seconds of poop coming out of a butt. And
How old were you?
Old.
I have to ask.
23.
Great. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bad person. And they had a showing because we're hippies, and they had a VHS. They showed it like a week later, and it was that moment came up. That was just one series of things that I've done. So, what kind of prank would you do, Kinsey? Because you're
I don't like pranking people because I always just feel bad for them because I don't like being pranked. So, like, I don't want to do it to other people because then I feel like pranking always, like, embarrasses somebody or something. Like, I do my fair share if I try to jump out from behind corners for my partner.
right.
But he, like, always tells me how not sneaky I am, so he always hears me coming.
Right.
But I keep trying because one of these days, I'm going to be a really, like, I always play a rogue in RPGs. And I'm like a super sneak rogue.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be that in real life one day. So I'm just practicing. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I read this question like when he posted it, and I was just like, when they posted it, and I was just like, I don't like pranking people. I feel so bad. Who would you prank, Mark?
Okay. So I don't know. I don't know who. My cousin who's in Arkansas with me now. Her and I escalate our pranks pretty. I would just do her over and over because she's gonna get me back. Like today, we were in a department store and we were walking along, and my cousin was like, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom." So I stopped a clerk and I said, "Excuse me, madam, my best friend and cousin, she's having stomach problems and is having extreme diarrhea. Can you point us to the direction of the bathroom?" And it wasn't really a prank. It was just me embarrassing my cousin. And
Yeah.
I like to do those sorts of things. Like, it's still good spirited in a way, but
Yeah.
and like, I don't know, just embarrassing someone. Like, is that what a prank is? Because I feel like if that's the prank, that's what I want to do to people all the time. Everyone.
I do like little things that, like, won't hurt anybody but might embarrass them. Like, I saw this thing on TikTok, and I don't know why I thought it was so funny,
Right.
but, like, there's this, like, viral thing where you put, like, whipped cream on the back of your hand and you, like slam it up so that way the whipped cream pops off and you try to catch it in your mouth.
Okay.
And someone did that with their partner, and she, like, the girl's like, "Yeah, you did it," after he does it, you know, and it lands in his mouth and everything's great. And then he gets this look on his face and he looks at her and he goes, "Wait, was that mayonnaise?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, we were out of whipped cream." See, that's funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That's good. That's wholesome. I mean, mayonnaise, a mouthful of mayonnaise is kind of gross, but it's also like not.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not like. It's like
Yeah.
It's like, ew, that's a lot of tangy, but it's not like it's not like I don't know, a mouth of shit or something.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, like no one's getting hurt.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Pranks, they're a thing.
We do them. Well, I do them.
Nasty Labs. Nasty Labs.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you so much for listening. As always, Carved Snowboarding is out right now on the Oculus Quest. Halloween Forever on the Switch eShop right now. Wishlist Curse to Golf on Steam. And keep an eye out over at the Yeti, our good friends the Yeti, for some radical Whitewater Wipeout merch coming soon.
Oh, shit. You just threw it down.
Yeah.
You just threw it down.
Surprise! You heard it here first.
Right. Yeah, you can find me at twitter.com/thehenrydemos. Kinsey.
You can find me at Kinzilla, K-N-S-Z-I-L-L-A, on pretty much everything, but I'm mostly just on Twitter and Instagram. As always, you can find Chew High Labs at Chew High Labs on all the things. And a huge thanks to the HyperX Podcast Network. And thank you all for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.